The miracle of the pyramid has been with us for 5,000 years. The pyramid consists of 2,600,000 stones, which are firmly connected without cement. Nowadays, cement, concrete, and steel are used in building construction. Even so, buildings collapse after just a few months. Each stone is huge, weighing from 2.5 to 15 tons. The ceiling of the room of the king is made of big granite blocks, each weighing 70 tons. That is equal to the weight of a train car. Amazing! How were these blocks lifted? The pyramid's height is 149.4 meters, similar to a 48-floor skyscraper. How were the blocks of stone lifted to that great height? At that time, there was no equipment such as bulldozers, trailers, or gas or electrical cranes. How were the blocks of stone lifted? Years ago, we learned from school textbooks the ancient Egyptians built a huge bench, a mastaba, around the pyramid. This mastaba was made of mud bricks. Then they moved stone blocks onto the mastaba with wooden pulleys. Surely this is nonsense. How could a 70-ton granite block be moved with wooden pulleys? And even more, they were pulled over mud bricks. Could this be possible? Pulling granite would require a mastaba made of reinforced cement. Moving those blocks would require a steel bulldozer able to push 70 tons. It is hard to believe the ancients made a mastaba and moved giant stones on it. And how could 100,000 workers pulling stones all stand on the mastaba? If this was the case, the wooden pulleys and the workers would have sunk in the ground. It is impossible. In fact, this is ridiculous. Lifting massive stones to great heights requires specialized equipment. Such a process needs much more than building a mastaba around the pyramid. They used to teach in primary school that this mastaba was like a scaffold. The pyramid was huge, and the mastaba was built around it. This required a separate construction, 10 times the size of the pyramid, which looked like a big mastaba surrounding the pyramid. Besides, they would have needed bulldozers, cranes, and steel pulleys to lift the 70-ton stones. The question remains, how were the stones lifted? In my opinion, these legends have no scientific explanation. I assume pharaonic scientists had certain methods and special knowledge enabling them to control the laws of gravity. They managed to make anti-gravity. Pharaonic scientists might have created a zone free from gravity. American and Russian scientists are working now on anti-gravity. This knowledge has existed since ancient times. It was perfection. The ancient scientists succeeded somehow in controlling gravity. Doing so might have facilitated lifting the 70-ton blocks. That would end the whole issue. Another amazing thing about the pyramid is its geometry. The tunnels, chambers, passageways, and the massive granite blocks. In the chambers, you will find granite blocks polished like mirrors. How was that done? What was the means of polishing? We can't find an answer, actually. Besides, the calculations made about the pyramids are amazing. If the circumference of the pyramid is divided by its height, the result is 3.14. This number is called pi, the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter. After measuring the pyramid's circumference and height, the result of dividing these two numbers is 3.14, which is equal to pi. Even in the king's chamber, if the circumference is measured then divided by the chamber's height, the result is 3.14. The same ratio applies to sarcophagi as well as all the pyramid's chambers. This is no coincidence. The pyramid was architecturally designed this way. Why did the ancients design the pyramids like this? It is a mystery. The pyramid's height is 149.4 meters. The distance between Earth and the Sun is 149.4 million kilometers. Is this a mere coincidence? The unit of measuring the pyramid inch, appears equal to the English inch. The pyramid is located exactly in the center of the 5 continents. The sides of the pyramid face towards the 4 cardinal directions, east, west, north, and south. The north side even faces towards the magnetic north. You know there are 4 degrees between the geographical and magnetic north. Using a compass, the pyramid's 4 sides face east, west, north, and south. And not just north, but magnetic north. This is not a simple direction to find. The entrance passage of the pyramid points to the North Star, while the inner passage points to the star Sirius. It seems the pyramid is an astronomical observatory. The plaster outer layer of the pyramid was wondrous, but unfortunately much of it fell off during the 1301 earthquake. The rest was stolen and used in building Old Cairo, its fences, mosques, and houses. Even now one can see fences with complete parts of the pyramid, including pharaonic designs. The outer covering of the pyramid was entirely smooth. It was also covered with gold-plated engravings, including astronomical timetables, calculations, schedules, secrets, and pharaonic cartouches. The question is, what are the secrets of the pyramid? At schools, they used to teach that it was Cheops' tomb. Is it possible such a magnificent structure was just a pharaoh's tomb? Especially since Cheops is unknown among the pharaonic dynasty, and there is no written history known about him. There are many more fascinating questions about the pyramid. For instance, it was discovered that the king's chamber, found in the first third of the pyramid, was like a coffin where anything could be preserved. If a piece of meat was left in that chamber, it would never spoil. It might dry out like beef jerky, but it would never spoil. Milk would turn into yogurt, but it would never sour. Fruits would become dry like raisins, but would never spoil. In another example, if seeds are put in the chamber, like beans, wheat, or other kinds, they will germinate rapidly and grow faster than if they were outside the pyramid. A Czech scientist named Dairbal performed an unusual experiment. He disregarded the pyramid and built a figure of a pyramid. He made a model pyramid with exactly the same dimensions. Dairbal decided to do his experiments in the first third. He found out that it gave the same results. In conclusion, I just want to say, the pyramid will remain a miracle, and we will continue to speculate about it. The whole world has pyramid mania. I am even on of those obsessed with the pyramid. We will meet again. Goodbye.